One star on today's list survived burns across 20% of his body. Everybody thought he was finished, but he stood back up and never stopped making people laugh. Who is he? Stay till the very end. But first, be honest with me. When that Mr. Cooper theme song kicked in on Friday nights, who were you sitting next to on that living room floor? Mom? Dad? Your brother? Drop that memory in the comments. I read every single one. Let's go. Number 7, and we are starting big. Raven-Symoné, little cousin Nicole Lee. Here's something that still blows my mind. At 7 years old, this girl signed a record deal with MCA Records and dropped her debut album. Her vocal coach? Missy Elliott. And the very first Missy Elliott song ever played on the radio was sung by Raven. She was 7. Now rewind. At 3 years old, Raven auditioned for Bill Cosby's movie Ghost Dad. Too young for the role, but Cosby liked her so much, he created an entirely new character just for her. Olivia on The Cosby Show. From Cosby to Mr. Cooper to That's So Raven, the first Disney Channel series in history to hit 100 episodes, generating over $400 million in merchandise. Then came Raven's Home, 6 seasons, ending September 2023. And right after that, a multi-year deal with Disney to produce and direct new projects. Today, Raven-Symoné is 40 years old. 40. That little girl sitting on the Huxtable couch is 40. More than 35 consecutive years in the business, and she is still going. Number 6, Omar Gooding. Earvin Rodman, the jock with plenty of muscle but not quite enough homework on his desk at Oak Ridge High. Do you know the Gooding family? Omar's father, Cuba Gooding Sr., was the legendary lead singer of the soul group The Main Ingredient. You know the song, Everybody Plays the Fool. His big brother, Cuba Gooding Jr., took home the Oscar for Jerry Maguire. Talent runs deep in this bloodline. But Omar carved his own path. At 14, he became one of the original hosts on Nickelodeon's Wild and Crazy Kids. After Mr. Cooper rapped, he landed the role of Sweet Pea in John Singleton's Baby Boy in 2001, his most critically acclaimed work. Then came Family Time on Bounce TV, and most recently, Disney Channel's Saturdays in 2023. Today, Omar Gooding is 49. Still acting, still creating. He's also a hip-hop artist under the name Big O, with an album called The Excuse, dropped in 2019. Son of a soul legend, brother of an Oscar winner. But Omar Gooding? He built his own name. Now, there's one original cast member who only lasted 1 season on this show. Just 1. But what she did after that took her to an entirely different universe. Number 5, Dawnn Lewis. Robin Dumars, Mark Cooper's best friend since childhood. Before Mr. Cooper, Dawnn had already made history. 5 seasons as Jaleesa Vinson on A Different World, and she co-wrote that show's iconic theme song with Bill Cosby and Stu Gardner. She brought that same musical gift to Mr. Cooper, performing the Season 1 theme alongside Holly Robinson and the legendary En Vogue. After 1 season, Dawnn left the show. But here's where her story takes a turn nobody expected. She became Captain Carol Freeman on Star Trek, Lower Decks, commanding the USS Cerritos for 5 seasons. One of the very few black women to ever captain a starship in Trek history. Oh, and she holds a black belt in karate. Dawnn Lewis, 64 years old, songwriter, Broadway veteran, Starfleet captain, and martial artist. That is one serious resume. When Dawnn left after Season 1, the show needed someone new. And the woman who stepped in almost never became an actress at all. Number 4. Saundra Quarterman. Geneva Lee, Mark's cousin who moved in with her daughter Nicole. Saundra earned a scholarship to the Juilliard School in New York, one of the most elite performing arts academies on the planet. 2 weeks before graduation, she was cast as Dr. Angie Hubbard on the soap opera All My Children, taking over from daytime Emmy winner Debbie Morgan. 2 weeks. She walked away from Juilliard and straight onto national television. From daytime drama to 79 episodes of Mr. Cooper, and a role in The Pelican Brief with Denzel Washington. In recent years, Saundra has quietly stepped away from the screen. 57 years old today. And somewhere out there, that Juilliard training is still part of everything she does. Geneva wasn't the only new addition in Season 2. There was also a kid next door, and if you watched this show, you absolutely remember him. Number 3. Marquise Wilson, Tyler Foster. The neighborhood kid who somehow always ended up inside Mark Cooper's house, uninvited, unannounced, and completely unbothered. Tyler was originally just an occasional guest, but audiences loved him so much that the writers made him a regular. Marquise ended up in 92 episodes. He also played the young version of Wesley Snipes' character in the 1994 film Sugar Hill. After the show wrapped, Marquise appeared in NYPD Blue, 6 Feet Under, and Touched by an Angel. He lent his voice to the Wild Thornberrys. His last major credit came around 2004. Then, he stepped away. Like a number of 90s child actors, Marquise moved behind the scenes into music production and business. His exact age today? Unknown. His birthday was never made public. But Tyler Foster? That kid is locked in our memory forever. Of all the faces on Mr. Cooper, one person was there from the very first episode to the very last. And if you had a crush on her back in the 90s, trust me, you had plenty of company. Number 2. Holly Robinson Peete. Vanessa Russell, the roommate who became the love of Mark Cooper's life. Before Mr. Cooper, Holly was already a name. Officer Judy Hoffs on 21 Jump Street, right alongside a young Johnny Depp. And here's a detail I love. Her father, Matt Robinson, was the first actor to ever play Gordon on Sesame Street back in 1969. Little Holly tried to be on the show with him when she was around 6, but she kept saying, "Hi, Daddy," instead of, "Hi, Gordon." She never made it to air. Now here's the story that gets me every time. October 7th, 1994, a regular taping day on the Mr. Cooper set. The script told Holly to open a door. She reached for the handle, opened it, and standing right there was her boyfriend, NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, down on one knee with a diamond ring. Right there on set, in front of the entire cast and crew. She said yes. They married in June 1995, and as of 2026, over 30 years and 4 children later, they are still together. Holly and Rodney co-founded the Holly Rod Foundation, supporting families dealing with Parkinson's disease and autism. She became a Hallmark Channel favorite with more than 15 movies. Her most recent, Hats Off to Love, premiered in May 2025. Holly Robinson Peete, 61 years old. Actress, advocate, and over 30 years later, still the bride of the man who showed up behind that door. Now be honest with me. How many of you had a little crush on Vanessa Russell? Come on, don't be shy. Confess in the comments. We've been through 6 incredible cast members, but you already know who's next. The man whose name is literally in the title. 6'6" of pure comedy, and a story of survival that you need to hear. Number 1. Marcus G. Curry. Mr. Cooper, Oakland, California. A kid who fell in love with stand-up comedy watching Richard Pryor. His first on-screen role, Talkin' Dirty After Dark in 1991, alongside Martin Lawrence. 1 year later, ABC gave him his own show. 101 episodes, 5 seasons. A basketball coach who could barely manage his own life, but somehow became the teacher every kid wished they had. After the show, Mark took over as host of It's Showtime at the Apollo for 3 years. Popped up in Michael Bay's Armageddon. Then came See Dad Run on Nick at Night, 3 seasons opposite Scott Baio. And most recently, Family Reunion on Netflix, and Blindspotting in 2023. But I need you to hear this next part. May 17th, 2007. Mark was doing laundry at home. An aerosol can sitting behind the water heater exploded without warning. Burns across more than 20% of his body, his arms, his back, his sides. Months of recovery, months of uncertainty. And then he came back. Back to the stage, back to the microphone, back to the thing that made him who he is. Right now, you can still catch Mark Curry performing live at the Hollywood Improv, delivering punchlines like nothing ever happened. Here's one more for you. In 2002, Mark was a finalist to host Family Feud. He lost the job to Richard Karn. Just imagine that alternate universe. Mark Curry, 64 years old, still standing at 6'6", and still the reason we smile when somebody says, Mr. Cooper. Before we go, we pause. Because there is one more name that belongs here. A woman who walked into Oak Bridge High and commanded every scene she was in. Nell Carter. Principal P.J. Moore. She joined the show in season 2, the principal who had known Mark Cooper since he was a little boy. Tough on him, demanding, because she saw something in him that he couldn't see in himself. Long before Oak Bridge, Nell Carter was already a force. Broadway, Ain't Misbehavin', the Fats Waller musical. She won the Tony Award for Best Featured Actress, then won the Emmy for the television adaptation. On NBC, she was Nell Harper in Gimme a Break. 6 seasons, 137 episodes, 2 Emmy nominations, and 2 Golden Globe nominations. And there is a piece of Broadway history that almost nobody talks about. Nell was originally cast as Effie White in Dreamgirls, the role. But she stepped away during development to take Gimme a Break instead. Jennifer Holliday walked into that spotlight and made history. If Nell had stayed, the entire landscape of Broadway might look different today. Nell Carter left us in January 2003, at 54 years old. A Tony winner, an Emmy winner, a voice that could fill a theater without a microphone. We remember you, Miss Carter. Time never slows down. But these faces, these voices, these Friday nights, they stay with us. ABC, the TGIF lineup. A man with a basketball and a heart too big for his own good. Which of these transformations surprised you the most today? And if you could go back, just one evening, squeeze onto that old family sofa, feel the cushions sink, hear that theme song start up one more time, what would that moment be worth to you? Tell me in the comments. I promise you, I read every single story. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.